Hi everyone, welcome to episode 30 of our 2026 Elden Ring Mage walkthrough. We are going to be making our way through the Ruin-Strewn Precipice, which involves going all the way up this way to this tunnel here in Liurnia. So you got a number of ways you could do that. I think Sorcerer's Isle is probably a reasonably quick way to get there. You could also go out of the Crystal Tunnel, but you have to take the elevator back up. So let's do it this way. Now on the way, there is a golden seed, and we can get the barbaric roar Ash of War as well. There is a little bit of loot inside here, but there's a lot of these balls, so like getting to it's kind of annoying. That's all it really is. And then you get trapped. So I don't know. Up to you if you want to do that. In general, we're not really obsessed with getting every last drop in the world if it's just some irrelevant consumable. So this is the ravine. There's graces kind of bracketing both the beginning and end of this ravine. There is a golden seed up here at the end, which you can pick up. See the tree that always signals that there's a golden seed nearby. And there's the secret way in to get to Altus if you don't get the Dectus medallion. So first things first, come up here and rest at the Grace. Before we go up into this thing, there is a barbaric roar ash to get, so we're gonna get that. Guarded by some bats, so you want to watch out for that. I managed to not aggro anything. Alright, that's what I like to see. All of our mana back. Alright, so up we go. And in terms of stuff to get here, there is a Serpent God's Curved Sword. That's probably the big thing. And then there's a boss at the end, a Magma Worm at the end, who drops the Magma Worm Scale Sword. So two good swords, and they're both good. There's smithing stones all over here. It's basically kind of like a smithing stone tunnel. I mean, it's kind of a very unique layout. You know, it's its own dungeon, but there are a lot of smithing stones to watch out for. So if you look on the ground, there are traps that you can kind of trigger, poison traps. gonna see if I could show one. Oh, maybe they're not till the next floor. What's the message there? I wonder. Oh yeah, it's warning you about the poison. If you're really careful, you can take everybody out. I wanted to try to show what a poison trap on the ground looked like. It's these things. See those like little like spiky clusters? So if you don't step on those, you'll be okay. But you can see they're kind of everywhere. Like, see how they're all in front of the loot here? So it's all about like walking carefully, looking at your feet. Yeah, if you walk over even one, it's like a bunch of poison that you'll get afflicted with. And of course, if you're like trying to dodge enemies, you roll right into this stuff, right? So that's what you have to watch out for. So I'm just making sure I don't miss any smithing stones. Now there is a drop off here. So hard to get onto. Oh, it's still going up, I guess. Yeah, it's a super long elevator, so if you screw it up, it's like really annoying. Actually, it might be higher that the... I'm trying to remember where the loot actually is here. I think it's just like a golden rune too, so I'm not even sure. I might go up and come back down to see it, like... Oh yeah, it was there. Alright, so that's all it was a smithing stone 5. And then you fall onto this thing. I got off too early, and then fall again. Up to you if you care. I mean, we kind of do want those smithing stones, because we're trying to upgrade our Academy Glintstone staff. Although what's funny is... Oh, I guess we're at 43, and so we are pretty far away from... We are still pretty far away from graduating to a better staff. So it's going to be well worth our time to upgrade the Academy Glintstone. And again, you want to look for those spiky balls. There's a grace when we first get up to the top. There's one guy there. I like that. Great Glintstone Shard one-shots them. So you can see, so we walk up, there's a bunch of them, right? It's kind of annoying because like it took me a while to like recognize what I was looking at, like in terms of running over these things. Let's say there's like an ambush. And again, they want you to... They want you to, like, you know, fall into the poison. You're like, oh no, and you panic and you're rolling around. And then you hit all the poison. You can see Somber 4, Smithing 4. Really good sources of smithing stones here. Making sure... I'm always very, like, slower in these places. To make sure not to walk over the traps, and to also make sure to get all the smithing stones I can. Somber 4. Now we've arrived at the actual precipice. You can see the dungeon that goes... You're basically going up, up, up. Pretty cool. This is actually one of my favorite little dungeons. Just because it's there's nothing else in the game like this one, right? It's completely its own thing. Let's try and remember if there are any spiky traps. Looks so clear. Looks clear. Oh no! Oh god. Okay, that was fortunate. I thought I was a goner there. I actually thought I had walked off the edge, but you actually have a little window where you could land. Oh, that could have been bad. Yeah, you want to be very careful with the lock-on stuff. Smithing Stone 4. You could actually have come down from this. Like, now I'm going to have to go back because I jumped down, but that's okay. Lets you approach it from the other direction. Actually, that's pretty good. Surprise these bats. There's one more, 2 more. So yeah, you would have walked up this. This is where we jump down. Look at how amazing this looks. There's actually a really good, when you get to about there, I'll look out so you can see there's a really good overlook, great screenshot opportunity. So it's up to you if you want to summon. It is very mana intensive to do so, but there will be a grace at the top. Or you could bring out, you know, something less mana intensive. You can hear one of those singing harpies. What am I even aiming at? Okay. Golden Rune 6. Remember that the singing ones, actually, the very first time you kill them, only the very first time, they drop a golden rune. summons, so they are always worth killing. You never want to skip out on that. Now you can see there was something over that way. Like up top. Trying to remember how you get to that. I think you might go up one more level. Trying to remember if there was just a ladder up over there and I missed it. I'm gonna go back and check. Oh yeah, that's right, you do this. I remember now. It's a little jumping, a little platforming. Somber 3. And I think that was it, yeah. So you go up again. Trying to remember if there was anything over here. Oh, just one of the. So these are the things that make summons possible. In case you were wondering what these poles are that you see throughout the world, there's a radius around this pole that is what causes summons to be allowed. Just maybe you didn't know that. A little bit of trivia. Maybe you wondered what those pillars were. You can jump over there. I don't think there's anything over there though. But you can jump onto those. You can hear another singer. At least another golden rune for us. Pretty great view. You can see the grand lift. So I think that's the grand lift. Let's see, we're looking. So, yeah, so we're looking at the things that flank the grand lift. Don't miss out on your smithing 4. I think I'm gonna flask instead of summoning. To have more healing potions than I have, or healing flasks than I have mana flasks right now. So notice how we killed them once, so we got golden rune 6s from them. And you can see that there is a way up over to the right. So before we keep going forward to the finale of this dungeon, we're going to go this way. This is where the sword is that I mentioned, the Serpent God's curved sword. Yes, we're killing your babies. We are killing your babies. You will be able to stance break with the Moon Veil as long as you're like with the Transient Moonlight, but you got to be close so that you get that extra hit. Don't miss the Smithing Stone here. Trying to remember where's the Smithing Stone at the other end. To show this sword, this actually restores HP when you kill things. So it can be a really nice, like later on we're going to get the Wing of Estelle, which is like the end curved sword. To, you know, the mother of all end curved swords. In my opinion, maybe the best int weapon in the game. Especially for fun, like, because it's not quite as, you know, Moonveil you kind of just hang back and spam the Ash. Whereas you kind of get more fun out of the Wing. And it's a stance breaking machine. But yeah, you can have that while you're using Wing, running around, get HP on kills. The curved sword moveset for power stancing, remember that's when you're wielding two of them, is actually really good because you get like extra attacks. It does like 4 hits instead of 2. So you get like talismans that raise, you know, your attack power on successive hits. And then you literally just, like the Wing build is to like jump attack L1 a couple of times, then you hit the Ash, you hit the Nebula, and it's buffed because of, you know, all the things, the talismans you equipped that made sure that you'd buff it. And now we're at the boss. Now, I do recommend using a summon here for this boss because this guy here that you can bring out gives us a gesture. And remember, one of our goals here with this walkthrough is to show you all these things you can get, all the gestures and all of that. So we are going to bring him out because he's going to give us a gesture. You have 2 options. You can bring out the shrimp guy, prawn guy, but that's the wrong one. You want to bring out this one, Great Horn Tragoth. And he'll give you a casual greeting gesture. There, we just got it. Okay. Then we can head on in and bring out Oleg too, make it a party. This is just a magma worm, which you fought to get the Moon Veil in the first place. Their moveset isn't particularly difficult. Although because we brought out this Tragoth guy, he's all buffed. It's gonna be kind of annoying because like they become very unpredictable when you have summons out. It actually makes them harder to dodge. You know what? I think it's better to just see Rock Sling. Do some Rock Sling with this guy. See, normally I wouldn't bring this guy out. If we die, we can, of course. Oh, I'm terrible. You can see he's got just a ridiculous health pool because we brought out that guy. Once you get the stance break though, you can kind of clobber him. Just keep rock slinging, it's better than running in and trying to crit with a pool of fire under you. I can see a really good sword. This is a curved greatsword, as opposed to a curved sword. And this is basically a strength faith weapon. It's really good. It's the thing, if you've seen the, when we fight that Anastasia, the Tarnished Eater, that we fought at the Smoldering Church, she was using one of these. So it's that move where you kind of grab the sword with both hands and slam it down in front of you. That's the move. Let's see, which way is the way out? There's a grace somewhere. So I kind of went through that kind of slowly, but I feel like it was fun doing it that way. Pointing out things as we go. Just need a little bit more. Okay. Ridiculous. You could choose to not level all the faith, and I have strength high enough to use Darkmoon Greatsword eventually. You could choose not to level that yet, and you could have your intelligence higher than I have it. Like, you don't necessarily have to copy this. Now, as a reminder, we did advance things to the Radon Festival, so we are good to rest at a Grace and Altus. We're okay. So we are going to come out in sort of abandoned coffin area. And there is going to be a dragon that we have to fight, but similar to the one we fought by Ronnie's tower, this one is going to go away and we fight the real one later. So you can talk to Melanie here.
The Erd Tree is close. Only a little further till the foot of the Erd Tree. And the accord is fulfilled. It takes me back. I was born at the foot of the Erd Tree, where Mother gave me my purpose. Though now, everything is lost to me. I have to ascertain for myself the reason for which I live, burned and bodiless.
So we're not actually going to do much here because our goal is to do Kaled next. Note there are Omen enemies here if you want to get out your barricade shield, but you can kind of just avoid them. There's a set of armor to get on one of these coffins. Gotta remember where it is. I think I went too far. That wasn't great. You do have access to Torrent, which does change things here, as far as making it easier to fight them. But I mean, honestly, I feel like Moonveil will do better. Nobody's grabbing me. They're very, very easy to fight with a weapon like this. It's that classic, like, spam transient moonlight, roll backwards. You tend to interrupt whatever moves they're doing. Alright, where is that ruler set? Well, I guess we're doing the dragon now. And again, remember, you don't have to do much here. But you get to see the spectacular move. Yeah, he's terrifying. You barely have to hit him though before he leaves. Oh, we're in trouble. We're gonna die. Okay, we're alright. That's what I mean, like, it barely hurt him when he leaves. Oh, hey, and that helped us spot our set. The ruler's stuff. Ruler's mask and ruler's robe. Increases your faith to wear that. Okay, so next, we're just gonna go get the map, which is right here. And we're gonna get the, eventually Celibus, we gotta give the potion to Dung Eater first, but eventually Celibus is gonna, ask us to fetch something called the Amber Starlight. We got a map that showed where that is from Pidia and Carria Manor. So, but I'm just gonna take you right to it. Note, if you didn't come through Dectus, Raya would be here at these Lux Ruins offering to take you. She would show up like up here or something. I can't remember her exact placement, to be honest. Somewhere here, but because we already saw her at the Grand Lift of Dectus, she won't be around here, so we won't see her here. Okay. There's a golden seed to get here. We're gonna come back and do this stuff here with there are two wagons that have some loot here. We're not gonna worry about them right now. Since we're not really trying to do Altus yet, I'm just taking care of getting that Amber Starlight. Especially if you were like, if you were a jerk and you decided you wanted to kill Nephili for some weird reason. Or Nephili, I never pronounced her name right. Then you would want to be getting this because you would be ready for it. You would be at the stage of the quest where he would be asking for it. So we'll just go ahead and pick it up real quick. So you can kind of see that we're down too low. I ran a little too far. You can get up like over here. Eventually, Brother Corden, when he, I talked about how he was going to leave Roundtable Holds soon. I think we had that conversation. He'll eventually end up here. So in terms of finding this Amber Starlight, you kind of want to go up like this, or kind of going northeast. And there's this area where you can fall right here. And you can see it right there, legendary looking item. So this is for his quest, and we're not actually going to do it. What he wants to do is make a puppet out of Ronnie, take her over. But it doesn't, it fails and just makes Ronnie mad at you. So we're not actually going to, bother doing that part of the quest. Because you have to then spend a Celestial Dew to, like, fix Ronnie's hatred of you. Okay. So now you can see the map. There is another map to get over here. And you remember we went and got our Golden Order seal at this church. Oh no. Here, let me get out of here. We need to work on our Academy Glintstone staff anyway. We should have a... We should be able to do that. So let's see. We can even look. So our Meteorite staff is at 203. Academy Glintstone. Oh wait, we got 2 of them. I forgot about that. For a minute there, I was like, so you can see it's already kind of catching up as we raise our int. I think one more level will do it.
The girl has come a long way, as ever time and technique have made her stronger. 'Tis good to see. An imprisoned monster does not deserve an apprentice or a daughter. But at times, that's precisely what she feels like to me. I've gone soft. And it isn't easy.
So there we go. We've now beaten the scaling just barely of Meteorite Staff. Although keep in mind, if you're casting Rock Sling, and you want to use this staff, the Academy Glintstone staff, you want to have your other staff in the offhand, so hopefully we can handle the load of this. But basically you want to have Meteorite staff equipped in the offhand, or whatever staff, like anything that you want to buff, right? So if we wanted to buff Glint Blade, if we were doing Glint Blade Phalanx stuff, we would do that. And then if we were doing Rock Sling, we would do that. Okay. One other thing to show here. So you can see this door is now open. And this is the Dung Eater. This is who we want to kill with the potion.
Have you ever felt the curse? With your whole being, the pox upon life itself, feared and despised by all. The reviled blessing. Apparently not. You are but a lamb. A stranger to defilement.
See, look at how gross this guy is. He wants to defile the world and just turn it into this.
You no longer interest me. I've been long without peace. Don't
So,
spoil my
this is who
quiet.
we're gonna kill. We're gonna make the morally
I
sound
asked
choice
you
here.
not to disturb me. Be thankful of the whole serenity. It is all that keeps your death and defilement at bay.
Yeah. Roderica will talk about how she feels an awful presence in the hold. Oh, we should offer up all our Cillian bell bearings while we're here. So sometimes the shops become an extra shop, so like you can get to Topestees and Rochiator's stuff here. But then the smithing stone stuff, all those bell bearings and stuff just kind of combine. Like, see, we can buy smithing 1s and 2s. That's not where I meant to go. I've got nothing to say to you. Can talk to Roderica over here. She'll talk about Dung Eater.
Greetings. Are you here for Spirit Chief? I need to warn you about something. A little while ago, someone started lurking in the wing on the opposite side of the round table. And I can hear, from all the way over there, the howling and wailing of spirits in fear of a curse. I can even hear the repulsive twisted malice in itself. A plethora of spirits in an unceasing cacophony. I can't even imagine. How much suffering inflicted to who knows how many souls. Not even the grafting caused anything like this to happen. You should keep your distance. I know you're strong, but please. I can hear it from across the howling, and you should keep your distance. I know you're
So that's, oh yeah, we can see, let's see, we might be able to upgrade. Nope. How about our skeletons? Skeletal militiamen. Nope. We're stuck on both. Alright, so this is where we're going to stop. In the next episode, we're going to start from the Smoldering Church. And then we're going to go into Caelid. We're going to take out the Putrid Avatar. it is super weak to fire. So if you're faith or have a good access to fire, then you'll want to use that. You know, we could check on the status of our seal here.
Back already, no matter.
You'd see we actually have really good incant scaling, right? And we have 2 smithing stone 5s, so it's kind of up to you if you want to raise this or not. Like, it would raise it from 201 to 212. I think I'm going to hold off just because I think 201 is actually good enough. Right, that's actually pretty good for like using fire, and we have all these weapons I want to showcase, so I'm going to wait till I have a lot of 5s before I buff the seal more. But yeah, the spell that we would use to take on this avatar would be something like either Catch Flame. I really want to put Cannon of Haima back on. I think I'll probably remove this. Let's do it like this. We'll put Gavel and offensive sorceries. I want the Gavel and the Cannon. And then we'll do, we have a number of options, like Frenzy Burst might be pretty good. That's a good sniping spell, so like it's a good one to cast if you're like far away. I think that is considered fire damage. I think all these frenzy things are just straight up fire. I'm just making sure. Yeah, it's fire damage. So this is a really good one because it's a snipe. I could actually show it. Like, remember, you can always test things out. Like, you can just head over here and test things out. But yeah, I recommend you want fire against it. All these things that are afflicted by rot are super weak to fire. So like, and Flame Grant Me Strength works. So right, you can buff yourself with Flame Grant Me Strength. Really, I should put these 2 things together. And then this is like it's a good nuke, right? So it did 629. We could see how Rock Sling does with the same. So it's weaker than Rock Sling, but then once you factor in that, say, an enemy is going to take double damage from it, like I think the Putrid Avatar is literally like, I think that one takes double damage from fire. So like that's a great example of where like, even if the fire spell would be a little weaker, you want to save it for when things are weak to fire, and then you'll just shred with it. Alright, next episode, we will pick up from... Gotta get back to the Smoldering Church. And this is where we'll start. Alright, so until next time.